Good day, class. Today we are going to review the first 10 rules of subject-verb agreement. Seeing that we did that weekly test last week, I was a bit disappointed that some children did not do so well, which leaves me the impression that you all are not revising your rules. Remember, I said before, my part, I will teach it, I will explain it, I will give examples, I will give the worksheets and the evaluations for you to do, but you have to do your part by revising and remembering all these rules. So let's look at the first rule. Rule number 1. A singular subject takes a singular verb. Now, they said a singular verb ends in S. So let's try to make a relation that is easy for you to understand. If a singular verb ends in S, S is for singular. So let's keep it at that. Okay, so let's use a shortcut method to remember. Verbs that end with S, these verbs are singular because S stands for singular. Okay, so example, the dog growls at a stranger. The verb here is growls. It ends with an S because it's a singular, because we are speaking about one dog. Okay, so singular subject takes a singular verb. Rule number 2, plural subject takes a plural verb. And here the dogs, which is plural, growl at the stranger. The verb is also plural, and you can see there is no S at the end. Okay, so let's try to stick that in your head. Singular verbs ends with S. So rule number 1, rule number 2. Let's go to rule number 3 quickly. Rule number 3 states when two subjects are joined by and, whether the subjects are singular or plural, they usually require a plural verb form. So here you can see two singular subjects joined by and. The verb will be in the plural form. Alright, next one. If himself, they said whether singular and plural subjects are also joined by and, the verb will be plural. So that's rule number 3. Rule number 4 states the pronouns each, everyone, everyone, everybody, anyone, anybody, none of, one of, someone, and somebody are singular and require singular verbs. Do not be misled what follows of. For example, each of the girls dances well. So each of, remember the girls, don't be misled by what follows of. What follows of here? The girls, and this is plural. But remember they said each of these pronouns are singular. So each of the girls dances well. The verb will be singular. As you can see, the verb ends with S. Every one of the snacks is gone. So everyone is also singular and requires singular verb. No one is standing now. The verb here is. So as you can see, these singular verbs end with S. That's rule number 4. And remember, there are little hints. Please read them. You have the textbook. Revise. That is your job. Rule number 5 states the pronouns I and you take a plural verb form in the present tense. So I advise them on a daily basis. You have the authority to suspend anyone. So remember, I and you take the plural form. No S, as you can see. Now, there's an exception to the rule above, which is I and you. We usually say I was. However, when a sentence begins with if and expresses a degree of uncertainty, a plural form of the verb will be used. For example, I was driving slowly after getting a flat tire. Okay, so we use I was. Now remember, this is not the present tense, this is the past tense, okay? Now, if the word if starts at begins the sentence here, if I were you, we use the plural form. If I were you, I would try to reach a tire shop. Okay? Now let's look at rule number 6. A collective noun, when singular in number, takes a singular verb. I have I taught this last week. I've seen children using collective nouns and plural verbs. No, a collective noun is a, remember what is a collective noun? It is a word given to a group of nouns. For example, flowers. A group of flowers is called a bouquet of flowers, and that bouquet is one single bouquet. So if it is one single bouquet or one single group, that requires a singular verb that ends with S. A litter of pups. Yes, you have 5 puppies, but that is considered one litter because it came from one mother. So that is one group which is considered plural. Okay? I gave a question like this on Friday. A flock of birds. The verb will be singular, ends with S. A flock of birds flies overhead. One flock of birds, one group of birds. A bouquet of flowers was given to mommy. One bouquet, one group was given. Okay? Rule number 7. When sentences start with there or here, the subject will always be placed after the verb. So care needs to be taken to identify it correctly. So let's look at this. There is or are pages on the table to be opened. What the rule said? After the verb, the subject is there. So here the subject is pages, and pages is plural. So therefore, plural subject, plural verb. So we use are. There are pages on the table to be copied. Okay, let's look at the next one. Here is or are the song that I collected from your sister. Remember the rule states when sentences start with there or here, the subject is found after the verb. So the song, one song is. So here is the song that I collected from your sister. Rule number 8. So this morning we're doing a little revision. Rule number 8. After the expressions neither of or either of, a singular verb is used. Neither of the girls is happy. Either of the men needs the toolkit. Alright, singular verbs. Rule number 9. Two singular subjects separated by either or neither nor must be followed by a singular verb. Either you or she has the courage to speak. Neither the boy nor the girl is the guilty one. So remember, two singular subjects separated by either or neither nor must be followed by a singular verb. And lastly, rule number 10. So we took 2 weeks to do these 10 rules. I hope and I am begging after this exercise you revise. Two plural subjects joined by neither nor or either or will take a plural verb. It's very simple and straightforward. You will need to learn these rules. For example, neither the teachers nor the students were aware of an emergency meeting. So as you can see here, teachers nor students, teachers plural, students plural, therefore the verb will be plural because they are joined by neither and nor. Next one, either the otters or the lions were removed from their habitats temporarily. So otters, plural, lions, plural, they are joined by either or, so the verb will be plural. So I hope this little revision of the 10 rules that you were supposed to revise, I hope something can stick in your head. And let's go to the exercise now that I put there. Remember, I don't want answers only. Rewrite the sentences in your grammar copybooks and write in the correct form of the verb one time. This will be corrected at 12:30. I'll see you. Bye.